Stepdad used my college fund to cover my half-sibling's college fees, so I took legal action and now he is begging me to forgive him. I'm 23M, and I don't know what it's like to have a normal family anymore. When my dad passed away 8 years ago, my world was turned upside down. He was the kind of dad who always had a plan. Even when he was sick, he made sure everything was set for me after he was gone, especially my education. He'd worked hard his whole life, scrimping and saving, so I wouldn't have to take out loans to go to college. He set up a fund, made me promise to use it wisely, and that was that. I loved him for it. That money wasn't just cash in a bank, it was my future, my freedom, and the last thing my dad gave me to carry me through life. A few years after he died, my mom met someone new. I didn't like him from the jump, but I kept my mouth shut. My mom deserved happiness after all she'd been through, and if Dee made her happy, then fine. I didn't need to love the guy. He came with 2 kids from his previous marriage, and though we weren't close, I didn't have any beef with them either. We coexisted, and for a while, I just went with it. But everything blew up last year. I was in my junior year of college, and I had 1 year left before I'd be done, debt-free, thanks to my dad. I came home one weekend, just a regular visit, when Dee says we need to have a family meeting. I was expecting it to be about something minor, like who was going to mow the lawn or something stupid like that. Boy, was I wrong. We were sitting at the dinner table, and Dee leans forward, looking all serious. "Your brother's applying to colleges," he says, looking between me and my mom. I just nod. "Yeah, good for him. Hope he gets in somewhere good." "Well," Dee continues, "the schools he's looking at are more expensive than we thought." I didn't say anything, but I could already see where this was going. I glanced at my mom. Her face was stone cold, not saying a word, just watching him. Dee takes a breath and then drops the bomb. "We've been thinking, maybe you could help out with your brother's tuition just for the first year. You've got that college fund your dad left you and—" My mom cut him off before I could even process what he was saying. "No, absolutely not." Dee blinked, clearly not expecting her to react so quickly. "Come on, we're all family now. It's not like we're asking for much. He just needs a little help getting started." I was stunned. "Wait, are you serious right now? You want my college fund to pay for your son?" Dee sighed like I was being unreasonable. "Not pay for all of it, just lend it. You've only got 1 year left, right? You can take out a loan for the last bit and help him out." "No." My mom's voice was like ice. "That money is for my son. His father left it for him. We're not touching it." I felt my blood boiling. "I'm not taking out loans when my dad worked his whole life to make sure I wouldn't have to. How is this even a conversation?" Dee looked annoyed now. "Look, you've got a good future ahead of you. You'll be fine. We're just asking for a little help. Your brother deserves a chance too." I couldn't believe it. He's not my brother, and his education isn't my responsibility. That's your job. Dee's expression hardened. "You're being selfish. After everything we've done for you, letting you live here, paying for your food, supporting you through school, you can't help out your own family?" I stood up, my hands shaking. "You're not supporting me. My dad did that. That money isn't yours to take. I'm not helping you pay for something you should have planned for." Mom stood up too, eyes blazing. "I told you this wasn't going to happen, Dee. That fund is off limits, period." Dee was pissed now, fully glaring at both of us. "So that's it? You're just going to let him tear this family apart over money?" Mom leaned across the table, her voice low and deadly. "The only one tearing this family apart is you." I didn't stay the night. I couldn't be in the same house as that guy. I packed my stuff and drove back to my apartment near campus, fuming. I thought that was the end of it, just some entitled bullshit that Dee tried to pull, and my mom had my back like she always did. But a couple of weeks later, I found out just how low he could really go. I was finishing up a project when I got an email from the university's financial office. My stomach dropped as soon as I read the subject line. "Insufficient funds in your account." I called them immediately, thinking it had to be some sort of mistake. I had been paying my tuition from the college fund without a hitch for the last 3 years. But when they told me the account was drained, every single cent gone, I thought I was going to throw up. I hung up and logged into my account to check for myself, and sure enough, 0. I called my mom in a panic. "Mom, the money's gone. The entire college fund is wiped out. There was a pause on the other end. Then she said, he took it. That son of a bitch took it. I didn't understand how he even could. I thought the account was locked down, but somehow Dee had found a way to access it. It was all gone. My dad's money, my future, everything. I was shaking with rage. How the hell did he do that? Mom didn't hesitate. I'm calling the lawyer first thing tomorrow. He's not getting away with this. I promise you that. I wasn't sure what was worse, the fact that he stole the money or the fact that he thought he could get away with it. That night, my mom confronted him, and she told me later that it was brutal. Dee tried to act like he'd done nothing wrong. He said he borrowed the money for my half-brother's tuition and had always planned to pay it back. But my mom wasn't buying it. She kicked him out of the house that night, told him to get lost until he figured out how he was going to return the money. And that's when the real game started. Instead of trying to fix what he'd done, Dee went full victim mode. He started telling everyone that I was the problem, that I was tearing the family apart over a little money. He told my relatives that I was ungrateful, that I didn't care about family, that I was selfish for not helping my half-brother. I didn't care what anyone thought, but the fact that he was trying to paint me as the villain when he was the one who stole from me? That was next-level bullshit. My mom didn't back down, though. She was like a lioness protecting her cub. She threatened him with divorce if he didn't pay back every cent. And she wasn't bluffing. I'd never seen her so furious. She hired a lawyer, and we started building a case against him. Dee still thought he could manipulate his way out of it. He even tried coming to me directly. One night, out of nowhere, he shows up at my apartment. I didn't want to see him, but he kept banging on the door until I opened it a crack. He stood there trying to look all pitiful. Listen, man, I didn't mean for things to get so out of hand, he said, like he was the victim. We're family. We shouldn't be fighting over money. I glared at him. You stole from me, Dee. That wasn't your money to take, he sighed, rolling his eyes like I was being unreasonable. I told you, I was just borrowing it. I always planned to pay you back. We just needed a little help to get your brother started in college. I couldn't believe the audacity. He's not my brother. And you didn't ask? You took it behind my back. That's theft. Dee's face twisted in frustration. It's not like you won't get it back. You're making this into a bigger deal than it needs to be. Just let it go, and we'll work something out. I stepped outside, slamming the door behind me. I'm not letting this go. You took my dad's money, my future. We're not working it out. You're paying it back, or we're going to court. He sneered at me. You really want to drag this through court? You think that's going to make everything better? You're burning bridges, kid. Don't expect anyone to have your back when you need it. I stared him down. I'd rather burn every bridge than let you steal from me and get away with it. He stormed off, muttering under his breath, and I was left standing there, furious and exhausted. I didn't know how it had come to this, but I knew one thing for sure. I wasn't backing down. I wasn't letting him get away with what he did to me and to my dad's memory. The legal battle was uglier than I expected. Dee tried to delay everything, claiming he had no intention of keeping the money and that it was just a misunderstanding. But my mom and I weren't having any of it. Our lawyer pressed hard, and after months of back and forth, Dee was forced to settle. The court ordered him to repay the entire amount he'd taken from my college fund, with interest. But the damage had already been done. Dee and my mom officially separated during the process, and though she never outright said it, I knew she was done with him for good. She was furious that he would betray me and her like that. And she stuck to her word. She filed for divorce right after the court ruling. Dee tried to reconcile, tried to plead and beg for forgiveness once he realized the legal pressure wasn't going to let up. He even showed up again, saying he was sorry and that he'd pay me back in full if I'd just dropped the case. But it was too late. I told him to stay away from me and my mom for good. In the end, I got my money back, but I lost whatever thin thread of family connection I had with Dee and his kids. My mom and I were on the same page, though, and that was all that mattered to me. She chose my side, and that meant everything. I finished my last year of college without loans, just like my dad had planned, and I knew he'd be proud of how we handled everything. D never got the chance to tear apart what my dad had built for me, and I wasn't about to let anyone else take that away. Lesson learned. Sometimes the people closest to you can betray you the hardest, but you have to stand your ground, no matter how messy it gets. If you're still here, don't forget to subscribe. I promise the next story will involve more family drama. Well, or maybe just a little.